Happening, people? Hope you're keeping well. My name is Fletcher, and you're listening to Fletch Chats. I just need some nice music in there. So if you're out there and you make music for instrumental stuff, make me a podcast intro tune. So basically, Fletch Chats is a podcast where I just chat to different people. And this week's episode is with the talented GB Salamay, who goes by the name of Salamay on Spotify. He is a wonderful artist who is releasing an EP this Friday, which is the 12th of the 11th, 2021. The EP is called EP. Very original name, but we go in this interview, we go into why it's called that. We look at the deeper tracks, the meaning behind him as an artist, why it's been so long that we've been waiting for this EP to launch. It's a great interview. I really enjoyed it. GB is a wonderful person. I've known him since he was 12, 13. So to see his growth has been amazing. And we jump into all that in this interview. It is great. While you're here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I have lots of interviews planned with different people. I won't go into who it is, Murphy's Law and all that. But this is a great interview. Before we go into it, if you're in Cork and you're into gymming, as you can see, I'm not a gym head myself, but if you're into lifting heavy weights, lifting heavy weights, or want to get into weightlifting, all that kind of stuff, there is a new gym down by the Marina Market. It's called Phenom Gym. Their Instagram page is phenom_gym, and it's started by a group of people. One of the people in there I met at GB's listening party, and he's a lovely human being, Kenneth. If you've ever seen Kenneth's an absolute animal, but he's very, very, very gentle, very, very nice person. And so they've started a venture of a gym called Phenom Gym. So if you're from Cork, it has parking. You don't really get parking in the city, but there's parking here for this gym. They have student discount rates, and wonderful human beings running that gym. So if you're a gym head, check it out, Phenom Gym, and yeah, check it out. Also, you might have seen I have a new profile picture, and it's this. Hopefully, it's going to fit over here somewhere. It's made by the talented Spencer Finn. I love you, Spence. Thanks for the unbelievable graphics. So if you don't know who GB is or Salamay is, I'm going to play a 35-second freestyle of his, and then we're just going to go straight into the interview. Much love, folks.
Look, all that money and you still poor. Loaded weapon, no regret, which one would kill more? Tell me what you live for. Incarcerated by opinions. I just want to swim, but I see bodies in the rivers as I look at my reflection. It's sad excuse for perfection and fighting food and regression. I smile to keep out depression. Knowing that Smith & Wesson rejection has been a blessing. Heading a new direction and channeling this aggression. Trying to make a difference. Sick of people who don't need a script to play the victim. I'm aiming and I ain't missing, but chefing inside the kitchen. I still juice and the sauce. One of y'all try reach, then it's sorry for your loss. Niggas tell me I could run it in my flip-flops.
Okay. So, do I call you Salamay or do I call you GB? Which one do I call
Whichever
you?
one you want.
Whichever one. I'm going to go for Salamay. GB. I know you as GB, so let's just go for GB.
It is.
Yeah, I actually really loved that on Sunday night, the listening party, I always in my mind, I feel awkward at a listening party because I'm feeling awkward on your behalf because you're sharing your life's work, and we're sitting there either nodding or thinking, oh, this is brutal. But it was very, very, very good, my friend. It was good. Were you nervous yourself?
No, I was more so I felt like people came from different counties, so it wasn't just Cork. So some people came to show support from another county, and it's okay. It's not just one person, it's not just two people. And even if it was all next door, they came, you know what I mean? So it was a Sunday evening where you could just be at home doing whatever you wanted. And, you took time out of the day to come. So you want it to be something everybody enjoys. It's not a waste or people feel oh, nah, I just have to be, I can't even walk out right now because everyone's going to see it and things like that. I wanted people to enjoy themselves. So I was more so just, you saw me, when I was preparing, I was okay, this needs to be done right. These things need to be taken care of. But all in all, it was a successful night. So we thank God.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. And then you did a Q&A. And then once again, I was oh, this is going to flop. But the Q&A was so good. It was just everyone, no one likes asking questions, but people were just flying the questions, people taking down your lyrics. And it kind of gave a big kind of insight in. So I was we might as well make this video because more people need to see that insight into your EP. So basically, we've been waiting for you to drop music for a time. Why is it now? Why now? Because we've been hitting up every Instagram post saying drop. So why now? You know?
It's a good question. Like for me, it's always like I want things to be out a certain way, and like you realize with time there's no such thing as perfection, and everybody be in their heads thinking like, you know, okay, I want it like this one, like this one, like that, and in my head it's like I'll be moving like I have a backing of like the biggest label, and like the budgets I'm trying to sort out for this and whatnot, but it's only because like I want things a certain way, and you have to realize at some point in time that like those people that you admire who've made it started somewhere as well. Like if you see, you can name anybody. It could be Jay-Z, it could be Lil Wayne. Like if you see their first video, you're like, okay. And you see their most recent video, you're like, like you see the progression, not just financially, just with the conceptually, like every single way there's growth, but they had to start somewhere. And so that's essentially what I'm doing now. Like I've come to terms with it can't just all be, you know, oh my God, like visually, and maybe in certain other avenues, it can't be top level instantly, but you can try. And it's for you to even get there, you have to start somewhere. So that's a huge reason, which is why the name of the project is EP.
So yeah, when I saw the EP title was EP, I was like, some imagination into that, calling your first EP. But there's actually a meaning behind EP. Do you want to go into what EP means?
Enemy of progress. Enemy of progress. For those who don't know, it's just people who are, you know, trying to hinder your growth, you know, trying to stop you from going to where you're supposed to be. And more times, even though a lot of people exist, just for that reason, at the end of the day, you're your biggest DP. Like, no matter who tries to stop you, no one can do a better job than yourself. So that is what's the meaning.
Yeah, that's good. And how do you, because we've all been there, whether like not many of us have released EPs or can rap, but in different aspects of life, we're our own biggest enemy. And how have you gotten to the place where you're able to overcome that and release music and work on how many songs you've worked on for the EP? So how have you like defeated yourself almost?
A huge part of it comes with acceptance, like, and just being honest. Like being honest is so stress relieving. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to like create this facade of somebody that you're not and point the blame towards other people. Like you finally look in the mirror and you see like, okay, say this guy's doing really well, right? You should be happy for him. He's doing really well. You should be happy for them. And if you're not, you can't really just point out other people like, oh, okay, this is what this person has, this backing, or he lives there, or she knows this person. That's why they're doing well. And it's all true, maybe, but at the end of the day, you don't know them. Like you don't know them like that. You're not with them every second of the day to know what they have to go through to get to where they are. So, and some people have been doing it for 15 years and are still hoping. And there's some people who've been doing it for 20 years and just got their breakthrough. Some people started last month and like they're the biggest thing now. But you don't know how, because everybody, I feel like how I see it is like everybody, I remember Nas said something about how everybody wants to start on a Tupac level. And it's like everybody has a mountain. And once you get to the top, like you either chill there or you fall off. But you have to appreciate the climb. And if you see somebody else on a further and they're like maybe say halfway already and they just started, you don't know whether that ends there. You don't know if they're going to fall off straight away or there's something they're about to step on and it's going to cause them to fall all the way back down. And yours leads to somewhere where everybody else would love to go. You don't know. So first thing was just looking at myself and saying, okay, stop pointing the finger. Look at you. Do you want this, or is it a case where you just love the idea? Do you know what I mean? Because it's easy to just want this and this, but you don't want everything that comes with it. You know what I mean? If I say I love you, I gotta love every part of you. So after I accepted that, okay, this is just beyond just accolades or people like saying your name or recognition or whatever. Then it became just, okay, what this actually does to me, why I do it, my why. Once I knew that, I had to drop.
Yeah, that's good.
Touches people as well. Touches people. That's something that was huge to me. Like if one person could tell me like, oh, this did that for them. And it's not just a case of being nice, because I like to think my friends they're not the nicest people when it comes to critics. Like they don't hold back. They're very honest. So I need that. You need people around you who are not going to lie to you just because they know you. You seem to have a good circle of people who show support. And a guy always seen all your videos is your man Paul on the keys. Like, so I see him, I don't know him, I only follow you, but I see his stuff. And so, do you want to talk about the impact of your circle and of people like Paul? Yeah, heavy, extremely important. They all know who they are. They all know who they are. And it's, the thing about it is like, you can tell when somebody's being nice just to be nice. And you can tell when someone's being real. Like, one of my boys heard the entire project, like I think it was just last week. And he hit me back and he's like, yo, this one song is a really good song, but it's not for me. Like, it's just not, I don't know what it is. I just, but these songs, nah. This is right, but this, nah, but it's really fun. I'm sure everyone's gonna love this. For me, like that's what I respect. I'd rather you tell me none of these songs do anything for me, but I wish you the best, honestly. Like, that's what I rate. And they have that type of personality about them, right? Most of the time they won't speak when somebody asks them because they just don't want to, hurt anybody. Of course, yeah. But I feel like also it's just, I thank God for that, because you want to surround yourself with real people, not just music, not just when it comes to music. It could be in life. Like, you could be making the wrong decision. You don't want people egging you on. So I think it started with that. And then once you have real people around you, when you're making music, that's you have people who are going to be honest with you, because that's what they've been doing this whole time. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. At the time of recording, like a couple hours ago, you just dropped your EP song track list. But so the first one, the first thing that jumps out is that you're in a straitjacket. What was the meaning behind you in that? A good question. It's just a restriction, enemy of progress, like just blocking myself, like just hindering my own growth. Essentially, that's what that straitjacket is representing. Okay. And on the topic of kind of clothing and representation, you're wearing a not for sale t-shirt. Today I was wearing a bright tie-dye, wearing it there, show it for the camera. I was wearing a bright pink tie-dye top, and I was like, I'm interviewing GB as an ode to the not for sale. I'm going to put on something black. So I said I'm going to throw on the black top. But what's the meaning behind your not for sale? What is that? What are you trying to show or say? So it's essentially the not for sale t-shirt it's really a statement just with regards to music. Like I said, just coming out and making music, dropping and making a statement. Even I know, like, the thing about it is, like, I think we're artists, everybody's so in their head about, like, okay, I'm here now as an artist, I'm a big deal already, like, in their head, which is how it should be. But some people allow it to, their ego starts to rise and then it starts blocking their blessings. You should believe in yourself and your ability, but at the same time, humility is, I feel, should be a part of it to some degree at least. And even in that, I don't want it to be a case where me now as an artist going to these places, you're getting paid to perform and to entertain a crowd or whatnot. I'm not trying to tap dance for nobody. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yo, okay, we like you. You're great. Like, we love what you stand for. Like, this is amazing. So what we want you to do here is, this is not, I'm not some, item that you can just pay for and be like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean, do this, do that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is my message, and the whatever I'm speaking on is coming from me, not from somebody else. No matter, even somebody close to me. Like, they're not speaking for me. I'm speaking through myself. You know what I mean? Or I'm speaking on behalf of somebody else. But either way, it's me first, not nobody else telling me what to do. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by not.
Yeah, it's a tough stance to take when there are offers or when there is things like lines you can somewhat skip when you are for sale, you know. But then if your whole ethos is being true to yourself, I suppose you can't be for sale. And on the track list, track number 2, I think, kind of stands out because it's Thoughts. But then the Thoughts is like with a bracket in the middle. So it's like 2 words. So it's like Thoughts and it's like Thoughts.
Yeah.
What's that? What's that about? You know, let the people know.
Yeah, I can't take credit for that because somebody actually gave me that idea. The idea behind it, though, is like essentially it's her thoughts of me as a thought, right? And you know what? I believe the definition of a thought is someone who gets around or who just is unfaithful. And essentially that, with regards to the music, that's someone who I can be potentially. So with a lot of these songs, it's either a reminder not to be this person, or this is someone you have an ability to be if you don't, you know, if you continue to allow yourself to be an enemy. So you know what I mean? So basically she gave her perspective on what she's been seeing while being with me. And I'm more focused with the music as opposed to anybody or anything else. So I'm unfaithful to sleep. I'm unfaithful to food. I'm unfaithful to friendship. I'm unfaithful to checking my messages or whatever it is. Well, when it comes to, it's like I'm cheating with the music, you know, like I'm married to the game, that type of a thing. So Thoughts being just a play on words on that.
And so when do you think that kind of ends, that you're moving from, because obviously there's so many different artists look at it, you know, and they look at like relationships that go downhill or jobs or colleges, and because your goal is giving everything for music. So when is the end game? When does that wheel stop spinning?
Great question. That's a good question. It comes with maturity, to be honest. Like I remember I heard Eminem he goes to the studio at 9 and leaves at 5. So that's his 9 to 5. He did like he could do a 32 verse and be a 32 bar verse, and he could be on the 30th bar. Just two left. And he's like, yeah, I'm going home. I'll see you tomorrow. Like that's the discipline he's instilling. Because I mean, at the end of the day, he's successful. You know what I mean? And he can do it because he's Eminem. Yeah. And but the thing about it is, on the come up, you're hungry. Not to say, you know, at the level he's at, he's not hungry anymore. But it's like there comes a time when, okay, you got family. You know, you have it's beyond just music now. There's other people. Your seed is here. Like, you know what I mean? You're someone you love is right beside you. You can't compromise that, because at the end of the day, if this goes, what then? But you have people who love you. You know what I mean? So these things you have to look at as well. There's a bigger picture almost. And yeah, I guess that's a part of it. Like these days, I try to eat, you know, and try to eat more, try to sleep more. Yeah,
the grind at the start seems to be much longer. You look at all the guys who are up there, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, you look at the hours they put in at the start, and then that big work at the start allows you then to relax at the end. But when you listen, people listening, when you listen to that song called Thoughts, at the start you'll hear a voice note, right? So the first thing that I thought was, how did you convince your lady friend to let you publish our personal voice notes to the world?
Yeah, bro. No, it's not the case. That voice note is 5 years old. It's 5 years old, I believe. And it's
so you've been keeping the receipts,
bro. It's not even that. What had happened was, right, we were in the house, and this is my friend. Like, so she was going through something with somebody else, right?
Okay.
And exactly.
So you're airing her dirty laundry on your EPs. Is that what you're saying?
What happened was, we were at the house, and she just felt a way about how somebody was behaving. And it was, you know how like say somebody could do something and then it's easy to generalize in that moment because there is truth to it to some degree. So she was venting and she was aware. I was like, yo, this is, because I'm not about to like have you talking and have my phone like secretly recording and I'm chilling and record. That's weird. So
it's all above board.
Yeah, everything was.
The GDPR forms were filled in and everything. She ticked the cookies box. Bruh, everything was good.
I wasn't about to be caught slipping, so I let her know first. And then, it was even a joke because when I was recording, I think there's a part where you hear when I was like, "Oh, this is getting real." Like I thought it was just gonna be like, a general conversation. She started going in. I was like, "Yo, this is real." So one day this is gonna be used, and my phone was my old phone. So one of my boys had to help me like try and even get that what we did, and we used it.
It's good. I like it. But yeah, it was funny when you hit play and then people looking around the room being like, does she know Jimmy's using this on the EP? But it was very, very good. The next song on the list is Numb. And Numb has a lovely feature from Dammy, the talented Dammy from Dundalk. And do you want to tell us like a time in your life maybe when you felt numb? Because I presume that's what the song is about.
So right after Rochelle, Numb comes on, and essentially that song, it was birthed of the Black Lives Matter movement, and the George Floyd incident. That was an incident. Pretty much playing it lightly, but that once that happened, and then I was looking for a place in Cork. Couldn't find one at the time, so I was like, okay, I know Limerick well enough, so got a place there because I needed space real quick. It's just to, just work on music and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I want a song that reflects reality, like my reality, because with everything going on, it just felt weird. Like, I think that's the word that I have to use, because I was saying at listening party, when I saw I believe it was Ahmad Aubrey. When I saw that happen, it was on my phone on Twitter. And then next thing I'm like, oh, my name is da-da-da-da. Thank you for calling. Da-da-da-da. I'm taking the calls, and she's out here complaining about her bills, and I'm looking at him like, he's like, dude, 36 euro is not my concern right now, but you have to keep pushing it on, because if you don't eat, then so it's just everything. It almost just felt like you're trained to be just accept it and keep it moving, because what else are you gonna do? And eventually it's weird, because with everything that goes on, it's people get desensitized to it. Like you scroll on your screen, you see madness, but
how many times have we seen people shot in America and just on Twitter strolling, and it's not as shocking the second time you see it, and it's not as shocking the third time you see it. As you said, we still have to work tomorrow. We still have to wake up tomorrow, and life just moves, Yeah.
What do you want me? We move. Like next thing you see a meme where somebody else doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you want me to just keep it moving? So it just felt numb to it. And I like the song a lot because I don't have to actually explain what the song means. You can listen to it.
It's self-explanatory,
First verse, somebody is an account of somebody. Second verse is me, and third verse is an account. But it's quite easy to.
Everybody has their skeletons in the closet, right?
Yeah.
But not everybody shares it with people.
Yeah.
So, with that Numb song, people wouldn't know about any of the skeletons in the closet if you didn't share it. So what kind of brings you to the place to share?
When I like this question. When I was 15, from young, I always want to fit in, shit around teenagers especially. And then I finally did. I finally fit in. People rock with me, and but I was being a sausage. I was just trying to make everybody laugh and whatnot, but I was that tap dancing dude for that moment, but it felt good because I was getting recognition. And then when the time came for people to back me, disappear. Nobody look left, right, nobody. And then then also something I deeped in that moment, I was like, hold on. When people were showing me love, I was realizing the people I was looking towards were looking towards other people. they were trying to make this person laugh, or they were trying to be like getting cool with this crowd. And it was like, I thought you was cool. Like, why are you trying to impress? And I thought you was the one this whole time. Why are you trying to look to like? So I was just like, hold on, nobody is who you. Everybody's looking for something, like, and nobody's got it all together. One, two, even just being in church and whatnot, and like we chilling. Next thing, we leave those grounds, and you switch, and I'm seeing a completely, no judgment. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like you switch 100%. But then my thing is how you can't. Then the next day you back in, and then you switch again, and it's like it's so easy. I'm like, okay, so everybody capping, not everybody, but as in.
Yeah, everybody's hiding something, or everybody's putting on a mask.
You know what I mean?
And
I'm so okay with people feeling like, yo, he's da. When I know you got the same thing, you don't have the courage to talk about it or be open about it.
Yeah,
like I've heard, that's the one thing I always respected about Patrick Dog. He came in once, and he's a youth, for whoever watches this, he's a youth leader when I was younger, and he would I think he said something one day. He said something about flaws. Like, he openly said one of his flaws. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. I just know it was something I was like, oh, it's the first time I heard somebody that I thought would never say something like that say it. And from that time, I was always trying to listen to what he had to say, because I respected that, because it's honest, it's true. There's no point in capping. Like, people know you lying, you know what I mean, to some degree, or they have a notion about it. So I don't mind if people hear this and they're like, oh my, like, you thought of it? Like, you thought of it too. So that's, it's part of it, I guess.
Yeah, and honesty breeds honesty from someone else as well. You know, that when you see someone open up, it's like, yo, I can do that too. You know, and like, you know, people listen to say, GB, this guy's sick at rapping, and he's honest too. You know, why can't I then in my situation be honest as well? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I skipped over Rochelle by mistake. Rochelle's an interesting one. So who is Rochelle?
Rochelle is a type of girl. So she's not anyone specific. Excuse me. She's not, excuse me.
It's okay.
She's not anyone in particular. She's a type of woman. So in the sense of like, your friend could be Rochelle. My sister could be Rochelle. Your mom could be Rochelle. Like, the hook is, Rochelle, I know you don't like rappers. You say they had who they are and they're more actors. You're not trying to be a song strung along, be the last to know what's going on. I know you don't like rappers. Like, and self-explanatory. Like, because I've just experienced when all my days in this country, if someone hears you do music and they've never heard of you before, their face drops, or there's fear, especially when they already kind of like you, because then it's like, oh, please be good one, or like, tell me.
So like they feel pity for you or something.
Yeah, it's like I hope like you have a degree, or like there's something else that you're hoping is gonna, you know, just in case. And I understand it. So yeah, I mean, and then the verse is just talking about someone who I shouldn't be. But at the same time, I could possibly be. Like, I could be that rapper she doesn't want to be with. At the same time, I'm here trying to, you know, whisper sweet nothings and like just, you know, be sweet with the rhymes and whatnot. Just give it, I put a bow on the earth for you and whatnot. But really, in fact, you become the guy on thoughts. So like everything just coincides in the whole project. So Rochelle is really a type of person. Of, like, anybody could be Rochelle.
Your EP is quite deep, GB. It's quite deep. It's good. It's good. It's much more than just a regular kind of drop thing, you know? I can see why it's taken time to come. You know, you've been cooking up for something for a while. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. If you're watching this before Friday, it drops Thursday at 23:59 on Spotify. Where can people find you?
On Instagram and on Twitter.
What is your Instagram?
My Instagram is Salamay_sound.
And it's the same on Twitter.
It's Salamay_music on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll put the links in the description. I'll put the links in all that kind of stuff. And your Spotify is what?
Yeah, it's Salamay.
It's just Salamay. Okay. And so anything you want to leave the people with? What can they? I know we've just spoken for the last. I don't even know how long we've been speaking for the last 20 minutes or so about your EP. But like, if there's a message you want to give for people before and after they listen to this, what is it that you want to kind of portray?
That you should do what you want to do. Like, don't. And when I say do what you want to do, have sense. Don't go and be doing.
I'm robbing this bank. Why? Salamay _sound on Instagram told me.
God forbid. My point is like, you should, there's something you want, because everybody I remember Jay-Z said this, it's like everybody has genius level talent. And I do believe that God has gave everybody a gift. You know, some people might not know what it is yet, but it's a case where like, if you do know what you want to do, there's something that you love insanely, like you're losing sleep over it, or you forget yourself when you're doing it. Like that's always on your mind, or you're trying to find ways to do it. You can, like, I wholeheartedly believe it's possible. You just have to find ways where it's not just a dream anymore. It becomes a goal. You can work towards it. But like, for real, I genuinely believe that if you want to do something, it's possible, especially in the world we live in now. This isn't 50 years ago.
It's much easier now than the people back then. Yeah.
And thank you to everybody who showed love and is showing love and will show love. Because
I'm so surprised at your following. For people are so loyal, and if I type in Salamay on Spotify, there's one track, and people are just turning out.
Bro, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like we did the listening parties, right? That's what I rated, because the thing was, the idea at first initially was we gonna tell people like prior. You're gonna let everybody know like 4 weeks like beforehand. They're gonna know this, and But then, as the day got closer, I was like, no, this is how we're just going to tell people, and whoever can come. Obviously, everyone has lives, and people may not be able to make it. And some I have, because there's some people who couldn't come, who I really wanted to come. But however, we had a plan to have 30 people specifically for Dublin. We had like 33, and then
that's Dublin, and you're Cork.
Exactly, and then with Cork, it was supposed to be 30. Max 40, and we had almost like 50 people there.
Allegedly, COVID people. I was outdoors. There was loads of social distancing.
Exactly.
Everybody had masks. We had people wiping down the tables and chairs. So social distance.
But one thing I will say is that I'm extremely grateful to everybody who there were people who were trying to come down from Dublin to come to the Cork one, just to see, because they just rated what happened in Dublin, and nobody's obligated to show you love at all. Like,
no, that's the thing. All. That's the thing. You've caught that. So many people don't catch it. So many people think I'm putting something out, you have to like it. But no, nobody's obligated to like it. No one's obligated to support it.
At all. Nobody. So for everybody who does, and you're not posting, you're not liking, I'm not looking at you like, oh, you're not showing love. I know people who would send me like a video of somebody they just put onto the music, and it's like, you just got a new fan. And it's like, they'd never commented before. Like, everyone has the different, they might actually just listen to the music.
Yeah, everyone supports in a different way, yeah.
So every single way, everyone who hates, thank you. That's still something. I mean, that's still
an extra view.
Exactly. I appreciate that. That's still one stream. You know what I mean? So thank you to everybody, for real. Yeah, that's my last thing.
Okay, thank you for joining me, GB. We'll chat to you soon, my friend. Best of luck with the launch on Thursday, midnight. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I've listened to it, obviously listening party, but I can't wait to stream it. I have a friend who's a store manager in a company, and he adds your music to the playlist. I won't name the company here to get in trouble, but Billy Kadima. But no, I'm joking. I never know how Billy works. But people be playing your music, and people be adding it to work playlists and all that. So your music's good, and people are going to really enjoy this when it launches. And I will talk to you soon. You're looking good, and I've known you for so long, and seeing your growth from the little kid who I used to be taller than at one stage to this man that you are now, with who is talented too. Because it's kind of awkward knowing your friend who does something and you're kind of hoping they're not bad because it's really awkward, but you are genuinely talented, and this EP is going to do bits. So I will chat to you soon, my friend.
In a bit, bro.
And everyone listening, I'm going to chat to you in a couple of seconds anyway. So talk soon.
Thank you. In a bit.
Thank you to Salamay for hopping on. Great discussion. Hope you enjoyed that. If you enjoyed that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We have plenty of other podcasts planned and wonderful guests. Salamay, I said I'll kick off with him. Who else than the person releasing music this Friday, the 12th of November on Spotify. His name is Salamay on Spotify. Go and run up those streams. Show him love. Show me some love. Make sure to like this video. I'm on Instagram, Fletch_grams. Check me out there. I'm going to let this video run out with a freestyle that he used to end his listening party. So it's just going to be 3.5 minutes and then the video is going to end. You can go away with your day. Much love, folks.
Maneuver this. Never measured up, but I'm headed where the rule is. I gotta move smart. Sharp as mine like that yellow kid ball. Had to hit the restart just to get the recharge. Now I'm working in my leisure. Look at my expression. I do better under pressure. And I know time don't last. Time go fast when I rhyme with class. Now I'm in class watching time race past every rhyme I spaz, which means I'm gonna last. Funny when you're working for the finer things. No one ever tell you what the drama brings. You don't see behind the scenes. I here trying to keep the peace. You gon' make me grab a piece, call that these for my release. And bro, she got her own mind. Face like Gina and her body like Pam. Got me looking like damn. Said straight up, you're looking for the right man. Said if you don't like rappers, put your heart in my hand. I'm a prophet, a genius. Only way I'm selling out is if we talk in arenas. I know that I need this. Still looking for the way to get the recognition. Anything can fit your palm if you see repetition. Never listened to that pessimism, messing with them once I get the vision. They invented prison skepticism on the television. You can never reach them. What the hell? This is the best decision I could ever risk and I could ever picture. And you was on your way, but you stopped there. No one cares if it's not fair. You made me feel I don't belong here, which makes it clear that I'm the one here. Keeping it 100, feel like I've been running. Anything, I gotta get the money. So much has behind a smile, but I go through it all just to make mother proud. You know, overnight here, but we working. Tempted again, I can tell that he lurking. Losing myself, I just can't for a person. It's probably the reason right now that I'm searching. I knew somebody lost in the streets. I don't chill around John for my peace. I got love for my enemies. Since I met God, I know what it means. Music loud, but there's no one around, so they all going wild as I sing to the crowd. Tell me, how's that for imagination? Reality for someone who's not a patient keyboard learning. I've been trying to make beats till y'all full. I just feel I can't eat. Never again, I thought I'd open up for Dave East and do half of my set, but they asked to take pics like, thinking out loud. I must have a $250,000 on me right now. Steph Curry range with a range on the road everywhere that I go. Now they say it's my town, but every taking niggas more than old age. So I'm swerving BS like it's road rage. Even when you show them loves when they hate more. Niggas love to give advice but can't take one. Messing with me mentally. Can't get the best of me. Save it for the ones who be deserving of my energy. I don't get gas by who's trying to get next to me. Niggas chose pussy, yeah, I chose equity. I've been told, man, watch who you listen to. These days, men talk more than women do. They love on a countdown. It's not unconditional. Stay with the family. They all got a vision to know where I am, but I'm lost in my thoughts. A lot of things to be done till I'm dropped in a box. I don't sniff, I don't cut, don't do scotch on the rocks. So I look in the glass, all I see is an op. These days, all I really want is peace of mind. I don't talk, but I always feel the need to rhyme. Seeing I'm noticing niggas too scared to be themselves, following their friends, but they don't know who they even is. Joy in the pain, love in the rain, gold problem. Lust in my veins, depression, a myth. Often it came, give it time, I'll be fine till I fall deep again. But I'm glad that the skin's smooth. Melanin gold where heavenly flows when letting it go. We better be told I do anything it takes just to be happy while I catch a body on a track like it was thrown at me. Never stole, always give it back. Did the same thing with her heart, but she's still attached. All that shit wrong, she won't see me catch. When he coming, I'm just trying to find a fit to match. Can't say how you feel at your big age. You're forgiven, I've been sinning, Lord, I need grace. Mentally, I need the rest, it's like my feet chase. A life that I'm trying to live without the briefcase. Confess, itching for a fix, now I'm obsessed. So I do more and I talk less. It's on D&D, I don't want stress. And I like people around me, but I lost space. That's why few people around me got a long face. Like I ain't heard from you in like 4 days. A legacy of hanging out you, what you want, chase? Only love I know was crucified. Same love, same wish you unify. I was living for a shooting side. So I either meet targets or meet suicide. Thank you so much.